services here tonight.
And wearing the nice specs, man. I like those glasses.
He still needs to catch up with Josh Lepley. Did you see Lepley, the way he's dressed here tonight?
Hey, how about the senior right there with the layup in the right hand, Darrell Norman. That's Lepley. Oh, I love the vest. The monochromatic tie with the striped shirt. Looking good. It's now 4-2. Hey, our poll question tonight. You know, there are 4 teams joining the Big Sky. 2 for football only. Miller shot no good. And that's UC Davis. And also Cal Poly, because he's the son of a former long-time NBA star.
Current NBA head coach.
And that would be Ty Corbin, who is the head coach of the Utah Jazz. How about that little combination for the Yankees?
This UC Davis roster has a lot of ties to the NBA.
Norman, 67% free throw shooter this season. First free throw is good.
You got to like what the Lumberjacks have done early on offensively, going to Darrell Norman. That we talked about that in the pregame about his high motor, and he can create a lot of things.
Jacks are attacking the rim. They're not settling for the jump shots. That's another good sign early on.
Jim West, head coach, looking on for the Aggies as Norman makes both free throws, and NAU with deploying a little bit of a full court pressure on the Aggies. NAU up 8-4 on UC Davis at the 16:30 mark. Tyrell Corbin with the basketball. Dumps it off to Tiffin. Alex Tiffin couldn't get a conference. 8-4 NAU with the lead. Coming down to the 16-minute mark. Corbin recovers. This is DuPont. Back out. Richard couldn't pull the trigger on the 3, but Les will out front. No, won't go. Rebounded by Dunn. Mike Dunn has been attacking the glass with fury the last several games. Look at the senior, Darrell Norman. He is a face-up mid-range, about a 12-footer from the right side.
Feeling good right now, Darrell Norman. His other times he was going straight to the hoop, straight to the basket, and being aggressive. That time, a nice little almost fadeaway on the baseline.
10-4 Lumberjacks. Norman has 3 games left in his collegiate career. 1 more at home. Did he get a rebound in this game? That shot.
That was a great block by Dunn.
Mark, did he get a hand on that?
Dunn got a piece of that one. He's been all over the place already in this one.
Norman underneath the Buernick. Yeah, and he sealed off, used his body nicely.
He was giving him praise on that. Buernick needs to come up and defend that lane there. He has to come off his man to stop that penetration.
JD with the ball. James Douglas whips a pass underneath for Norman. Strong to the rim off the glass. Feet 4 inches tall. 5.9 rebounds per game. 9.2 points per game. Free throw good. The only senior on the roster out of Serrano High School in Victorville, California, the high desert outside of Los Angeles, where he was all-league and all-CIF.
And it's kind of unusual what the Lumberjacks have asked him to do in his time here in Flagstaff. As you mentioned, only 6'4". That's a guard. But ever since the get-go, since he got up here to Flagstaff, he has been asked to play the point, to play a forward spot, and he has done it nicely.
Here's the 2-2-1, three-quarter zone pressure. Davis gets it into the front court, and they're going to get a hard foul. Love to hear from you. We've already got a couple in the inbox. Here's DuPont from the free throw line. Off the back of the rim, no good. Dunn couldn't quite control the loose ball, but it goes right to Norman. NAU right now on a 6-0 run over the last minute of the game. Leading by double digits, 18-8. Here's Dunn with it out front. One dribble to Norman on the left angle. Out front, high to Dunn. Dribbles over to the angle left. Gets a high screen from Buernick. Bounces at the Saldivar. 9 to shoot. Here's a 3-shot. No good. Rebounded by UC Davis. Tyrell Corbin, a true freshman out of Salt Lake City, right here bringing the ball up. His dad is Tyrone Corbin. 16 years did Tyrone Corbin play in the NBA, including with the Phoenix Suns a couple of seasons in the late 80s. And now he's the head coach of the Utah Jazz. Here's Tyrell. Kick out. Mancasola, turnover.
Good call there.
Douglas pitches it out to Darrell Norman. That was a really sick block by Mike Dunn.
And that just speaks to his athleticism that you were talking about, Mitch. I mean, a guard like that to be able to get up.
Here's a penetration deep by Saldivar. Whips it out. 3-shot. Bang! 3-shot. James Douglas from the left corner.
Now, the last few games, Douglas and Saldivar haven't really been playing in the same lineups. Douglas mainly has been running the point, so with Saldivar now in the game to run that point, it's going to free Douglas up.
Boy, Richard got loose underneath but couldn't convert, got a catch and couldn't finish at the rim. And you can tell he kind of shakes his head on the way back. How did I miss that one? 21-11 the score. NAU with the lead. Jump stop in the lane. Don. 3-shot. Saldivar. Bang! 3-shot. Scallon. Saldivar. Feeling it. Norman at the line. Norman having a very strong game. First free throw. Good. Norman now with 9 points tonight as the Jacks are rolling it up. Actually, he's got more than that. Second free throw. Good.
Little full court pressure being applied now by the Lumberjacks. Not content with this 20-point lead. They want to really put it on them now.
35-15 the lead with 5 minutes approximately to go in the first half. Aggies with the basketball. NAU's on a 10-0 run right now, and Norman has 10 points. Good shot, no good.
The recipe, guys, of their 9 field goals, 7 have come off assists, so they're really moving the ball well.
Saldivar has a roll off of the back of the rim. How did that not go?
How did that not be a goaltend? It looked like it was trapped up against the backboard.
A Den relay underneath. No. Gets his own missed shot, puts it up. Yes, and that's a 3-point. Novel High School right here in Flagstaff, where he was an honorable mention All-State player. Has missed the last now 8 games in a row and not able to play in his homecoming to Flagstaff. Here's Big E with the ball off of the right block. Couple of dribbles into the key, out to Norman. Face up. About a 20-footer.
He's just feeling, and that is a ratio the Lumberjacks haven't seen all season.
Norman catch and shoot up.
Free throw shooter on the season.
How about 7 of 7? We'll just update your number there real quick, and maybe we'll update it again after this next one. Norman, look at his numbers. He could be on his way to a career high tonight if he keeps going like this. It's only 5 away from that. Make it 4. Lights in to Lumberjack Talk at NAU.edu. A question: are the Jacks actively looking for a new head basketball coach? Chris, the answer is yes, they are. They've employed a search firm, a national search firm that specializes in big-time college athletics searches. That search firm is currently taking the applications. The runner, no good. James Douglas, recognized collegiate athletics search firm. Norman, free throw? Yes, good. He'll get the bonus. And they are currently taking applications, and boy, there are a lot of people out there that are interested in the full-time head coaching job.
Well, you'd have to think with everything that is considered, geography, location, and your conference, being in the Big Sky Conference, which is a very prominent mid-major conference.
Hip might have traveled, Mark Buckout.
He just couldn't control the ball. He just lost it there.
Remember, NAU led by as many as 21 points in the first half. It is now a single-digit deficit for the Aggies. Wes to Richard. 15 to shoot now. Here's DuPont on the right angle. Picks up the dribble out to Les, catch and shoot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That was deep, too. Les was a good 3 steps from behind the college three-point line, and going away from the basket, just a beautiful job there by Tyler Les, and a good timeout here by Dave Brown.
By Norman. Norman up court quickly to Douglas. Over to Dunn on the right side. Reverses it over to Gruber. Steps inside the arc. Grooves. Back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Darrell. Oh, he gets hammered underneath. And this will put Darrell Norman at the line, shooting 2.
That was a good foul there by the Aggies, not allowing Norman to try to complete a three-point play there, making sure that if they're going to foul him, they're not going to let him get that bucket.
Foul by committee. They're going to call it, looks like a punt. And Darrell Norman goes to the line. He has 16 points. That's game high tonight. Free throw 1, no good. That's his first miss tonight. He was 10 of 10 at the line and misses that one. Again, you can vote in our online poll at nauathletics.com. Vote on which team you're most excited about joining the Big Sky Conference next season. That's going to be tipped out of bounds by Darrell Norman. Him. Nope. Off the back of the rim, misses it, no good.
It's the yin and the yang right now between the first and the second half. UC Davis has just been phenomenal.
Look at Dunn as an NBA player.
He's got a pretty good Pat Riley hairdo rocking, too.
55-52. Aggies with 9:28 to go. Here's Norman. Dribble, drive. Off the glass, the leaner. No good. Norman gets the loose ball, lost it. Now bodies on the deck. And Norman jumps on top of Mancasola.
NAU go back to this full court defense. It gave Davis some problems in the first half, and maybe it'll just take them out of the rhythm they've developed.
Mancasola gets it into the hands of Tyler Less. Less, a three-point sniper. Now it's DuPont. That was an ill-advised pass. Back the other way, it's done to Norman. Stripped right out of his hands. It's going to be UC Davis basketball. That's a big Aggies. Mancasola off the glass. They're extending the lead now.
Well, it might be time for another timeout here just to kind of dampen the spirits a little bit. That Aggie bench over there is really starting to get loud.
Norman underneath, reverse layup. No, he's fouled. This will be 11 of 12. Makes the first one. And that is Norman's 18th point tonight, which ties his career high that he set at Sam Houston State University earlier this year, right before Christmas. No good on the second one. Loose ball is picked up by James Douglas off the glass. It's too strong, no good. Tap up, no good. Boy, NAU is...
The fall off has just been staggering. I mean, NAU is shooting 17% for the half after shooting 55% in the first half.
No.
Here's Norman. Drive. Norman can't get it to go, but he draws a foul. 2 shots coming for Darrell Norman.
Well, you almost get the sense that Norman is feeling what we've just been talking about and is saying, here on senior night, my last game in Flagstaff, I'm going to do everything I can to try to get this team back into the contention of winning it.
Josh Richard, their leading scorer this season, just picked up his 4th personal. Norman, free throw 1. Yes. Norman now has reset his career high tonight with 19 points.
Well, and he's starting to get close in the record book on field goal attempts, or free throw attempts.
Second free throw is good.
And on the last 2 drives, guys, he's looking like he's looking just to draw contact as much as even try.
Trap. And it looked like he got away with a travel before he called the timeout.
School graduate right here in Flagstaff, Ryan Howley, their leading rebounder, who started the first 18 games of the season, injured his knee, and this is his 8th consecutive game. He couldn't play in his homecoming tonight. Here's Norman.
Lumberjacks realize that Norman's the hot hand.
And that's the hot hand right there off the glass. Here's Saldivar. Bounces it to the freshman Douglas. Now to Dunn. And it goes to Norman. Muscles his way in off the glass. Yes, again! Timeout on the court. Third double-double the season. His 12 rebounds tonight now sets his career high in that category, along with 12 points. We're going to need Buernick on the glass here down the stretch. Jacks down by 2. DuPont draws a blocking foul. Man, did he get bailed out on that one.
Look he had there, and he just put too much on it.
NAU does not need a 3 with 1:18 to go. They've got plenty of time here, down 64-61. Here's Norman. Norman, they double on him. He goes to the rim and lays it up and in.
What a performance here on senior night. Darrell Norman and the Lumberjacks still looking to come.
Oh boy, nails it.
That's
15 seconds to go, and it's a 2-possession deficit. NAU has to hustle and hustle quickly. They don't need a 3, but they're going to shoot one. Here's a 3. No, off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Norman. Out it goes to Saldivar. Here's another 3. Back of the rim, up and over the backboard.